Hello and welcome back as I continue my Kingdom Come Deliverance to playthrough. Last time we murdered some villagers for trying to hang someone and for beating up his wife. We also saved someone's life to save someone from the stocks, and we won the blacksmith smithing competition. So let's get into today's stream and action.
Whoa, whoa.
Right on the arm! Just you wait, I'll find...
The dog just goes and help. Doesn't.
Quick! Carve! Go! Carve!
God be with you, my friend. Greetings.
Carve! Quick! Carve!
Whoa! Whoa!
Paid a pretty price.
Good doggy,
The
good
thing
boy.
died.
What the? I can't aim like this. Damn it!
Watch out! I can't get a shot in.
I'm all yours.
What the?
I'm all yours.
What do you want? What the? Blood?
Come on then.
You want to try me?
Come here. Go. Ja. Ja. Quick. Quick.
Whoa.
I'll get you something nice. Just leave me be.
Ah!
Mother of God, that was terrifying. If it wasn't for you, it would have torn me to pieces. Thank you, lad.
It was nothing, really. The main thing is you're safe and sound.
Nothing, you say? No, no. I have to repay you for your bravery. Here, for you, so that you don't forget me, and thank you again.
The dog just stands there like a prick doing nothing and just watching. Like as soon as I say sick and the dog should attack.
Ka! Da! Quick! Go! Go! Quick! Da! Da!
I don't think so.
I'd have to split myself in two to get it all done on time.
Why don't you take on a young apprentice to help you out?
Ka! Da!
Oh, whoa.
Watch out! My God! It's a slaughterhouse! Come on, let's take
You're in for an arse kicking, you piece of shit! You! No! No! You wanna try me? What the? I can't even like this. I'm all yours.
Hey, get it!
I'll shoot you an extra arsehole.
Don't be...
What do you want? I can't even like this. Damn it. I'm all yours.
I'm it!
Fuck me. No, fuck. I'm all yours. You can't stand up to this. Shit. You want to try me? Eh? Fuck that. You won't get me. I'm all yours. No. You're a dead man! We're under attack!
Hey, by all the saints, don't leave me here. Please, untie me.
Relax. I'm getting there.
Thanks. Looking for something in there. Thief! Christ almighty, you stormed in on them like you were the Archangel Michael himself.
Whatever you want, but first, I need to get out of here, all right? Whatever you want, but first, I need to get out of here, all right?
You alright?
Yeah, I am. All things considered. Thanks for rescuing me. You have no idea how grateful I am. God knows what they would have done to me in the end. All that aside, who are you, anyway?
Henry.
I'm Hensel, and I owe you big time, Henry. Though, in all honesty, I'm not sure why I was worth all that trouble. But grateful nonetheless.
Actually, it was quite by chance. I was wandering the countryside and I noticed the soldiers. And since I don't think much of Sigismund's army, it just sort of happened.
As I live and breathe. I'm a lucky fella.
I'll say. And how come you ended up in their clutches?
It's a complicated story.
I'll be interested in hearing it.
All right, then. I suppose you could say it all started when I took Tomlin's precious Thunderstone.
Yeah, he told me himself. He's fucking furious with you.
Well, I suppose I would be too if I were him. But I have to say, the whole Thunderstone idea was the stupidest I've ever had. It brought us no luck, no protection. Well, the opposite, in fact.
Let's forget that for a moment. What I really need to know is where the stone ended up.
You won't be surprised to hear. Ramed snatched it from me when I was captured. He didn't believe it had any powers, but he has a nose for money. That's all that matters to him. From what I heard, He sold it in Sukdal to some farmer's wife, I think he said, Mlada or something. Well, from the edge of the village.
Sakra. That stone really is cursed. Well, there's nothing for it. I'm off to Sukdal.
Hold your horses. That wasn't the only thing I heard. There's this pond below Raborsh, right? And on the bank, across from the village, there's a small crag. Somewhere around there, they hid some of their spoils.
Clever. Take what you can, and stash the rest for later.
I'd have helped myself to it, but think of it as my way of thanking you. I just hope they weren't making it up, and you find something there.
I'll take a look around and see. Thanks for telling me.
Well, it's the least I can do. And good luck with that bloody stone, though my advice would be to steer well clear of it.
Quick! Go! Quick! God! Go! Quick! Can't get close on him! You can't get away from me!
Those must be the poachers I'm looking for.
It's a trap! I'm coming to help! It's a trap! Hey! Everyone get over here! Get over it, quick! I'm gonna teach you a lesson, arsehole! Alert! To arms! Shoot, mutt! You're mine! Attack! Everyone, get over here! Enough! Are you yet?
That's the hide. Now to bring it back to the huntsman.
Greetings. You look awful, lad.
I found the white hide.
Oh, thank God for that, at least. And what about the poachers? Did you take care of them too? Do you have their squirrel badges for me?
Aye, I've got some.
Well, that's even better news. The reward's yours. Thanks, friend. You did me a huge service.
Glad to help.
Take care, friend.
You have a kind master, eh, doggy?
coming! No, I don't care. Nor do I, but this is important. I'm not impatient.
This is about money.
What?
He wants to fleece us again.
Damn it! That's just what we need.
Just look what happens when someone thinks he's above the law. The law of the land applies to everyone, and even the king.
Greetings to you.
I heard you bought a thunderstone from Andrew Ramhead. Is that so?
Well, it is. What's it to you?
Andrew Ramhead took it from Hensel from Rabors, who in turn stole it from Tomlin Brookhans down Horshan way.
And? I don't know those people. Even if it's true, I knew nothing about it. I bought the stone fair and square, and for good money. My husband's gravely ill and nothing's helping. The stone is to heal him.
And what ails your husband?
Peter went to lie down one afternoon and he hasn't budged since. He's not eating, and he's barely talking to anyone. What's worse, soon after he took ill, a Minerva owl perched on the roof one evening.
I understand.
That's why I need the stone. If it weren't for the stone, I'm sure Peter would be gone by now.
So am I to understand that if your husband heals, you won't need the stone?
Well, a stone like this is a precious thing. It can still protect us from all manner of misfortune.
But you bought it to save your husband.
That may be, but I'll not be wanting to lose that stone.
How about this? I'll try to help your husband, and if I succeed, you'll gift me the stone.
Why would I do that? The stone is bound to help him.
What if the power of the stone brought me here to help your husband?
I hadn't thought of it like that.
So, how about we make a deal?
All right, but only if you help him.
Of course. I'll take a look at him and see what I can do.
And please hurry. With that owl and everything, I'm quite sure the Reaper's nearby. You'll find Peter in his room.
All right. I'll take a look at him and see if there's anything I can do. It's usually a good idea to speak to others who are close to the sufferer. That may be able to explain a few things, especially if the patient himself isn't very communicative.
Aha. I see you really have done this before. I'm starting to believe that stone really did draw you here. So, ask around on the farm if you need to. We'll all be at your service.
Perfect. I'll get on with it. And I'd better check the whole room, just in case.
Do whatever it takes to help Peter.
Can you think of something that might help me healing? Anything?
I can't. I'm desperate myself. I've tried just about everything. Peter is just an ordinary cooper. We've lived here for years. We go to church. My husband doesn't travel outside the village often. This last time he had some business in Pechgau, near Golin, but he came back empty-handed. Breathless and confused. He was fumbling around here for a few days, not doing his job, just spending time in his workshop. Lord knows what he was doing in there. Then he went to bed, and since then, he's just been lying there. He doesn't eat. Not even the potions are helping. He doesn't sleep a wink at night. At least, I don't think he does. If I stopped sleeping too, our homestead would fall apart.
I'll ask him why he can't sleep. What's tormenting him?
Try that. He won't speak to me about anything. It's as if he was keeping secrets from me. Or
maybe just protecting me from something. Farewell.
God be with you.
Can you think of anything that might help me heal, Peter?
I already told Nada everything I could think of. Nothing worked. Care, my friend.
Jesus Christ, we pray.
Excuse me.
You're always welcome here.
Good day to you.
Do you know anything about Peter's illness?
I have no idea. I don't deal with these things. Farewell.
Why would a craftsman need weapons? I'll ask him about it.
Greetings, my friend.
I offered Malada to try and cure Peter. Can you think of anything that might help?
I already gave the women some advice, but they just don't listen to me.
What did you tell them?
To put Peter in a dark room, because speaking to him makes it worse. But most importantly, they should get some vinegar and salt and rub it on the soles of his feet. Then they should mix mallow, linseed, bran, and a pinch of salt and boil it in water. Strain that through a cloth and add a bit of honeycomb as well as a drop of wood oil. Then all they have to do is wash his arse out with it. Finally, they need to cut open a black chicken along its backbone and put it on Peter's forehead. But before that, they'll have to shave his head. Peter is going mad, and this is the only thing that can help him.
Cut open a black chicken and put it on his forehead? Seems to me that you're the one that's going mad.
Trust me, this is the only thing that's going to help him. Simply put, Peter's losing his marbles.
Do you have any idea how it might have happened?
Well, I know he was headed to Colin on business, but he never made it there. He came back all red, couldn't breathe, as if he was being hanged. I wouldn't be surprised if some bandit grabbed him by the throat along the way.
I'll ask him if he was attacked.
That would be my guess. And why else would he be looking for weapons, eh? He's afraid.
Farewell, my friend.
Let it be over with. Damn it.
Peter is fasting. I should talk to him about it. All sorts of medicines. I can ask Peter if they're helping him. Peter, my name is Henry. I'm here to help you.
Another poor bloke that's to deal with me, as if Mlada didn't have enough on her plate already.
I'll try to figure out what's wrong with you. Don't be alarmed. I need to take a closer look. Let's see. No swelling. No cancer on the skin. Does this hurt?
Nothing hurts.
Your palms are cold. Your muscles are tense. And your heart's pounding so hard you could hear it all the way to Prague. You seem like you're ready to fight. Or flee.
They're getting close now.
Who is?
The soldiers. Sigismund's men.
Well, physically, you seem fine, Peter. It's strange.
I'm a weakling. A weakling.
I see you have a lot of herbs here.
Mlada brought them.
I see a lot of mugwort here. The local deer won't be happy that Mlada took their favourite herb. Have you got worms in your stomach, too?
Mugwort helps me sleep. And forget everything that's been happening around here lately. Especially when I wash it down with wine.
You ought to be careful with mugwort. It can help in small doses. But if you use it for too long, it'll only make your problems worse. It can cause dizziness, cramps, even unconsciousness. Mixing it with wine will only speed it up.
So be it.
What are your nights like? Mlada said you don't sleep much.
I just stare at the wall. I try to sleep during the day, but it's not much better.
Well, it's certainly no fever or pain that's ailing you. I assume it's dark thoughts that keep you up at night.
I can't fall asleep. Because of all the noblemen who keep coming to Lord Pisec's fortress, I'm always hearing hoofbeats. And they startle me.
So Lord Pisec likes to host nobles at his fortress? What's so unusual about that?
And what do you think they're doing here, eh? Preparing for war. That's what.
If Lord Pisec was about to go to war, he'd be gathering a lot more men here than a couple of nobles.
Folk ought to be scared to leave the village. Mezoles is gone. And when I saw Opatowitz, Suchdol is next. I'm sure of it.
I found some weapons in your workshop. Did you hurt yourself?
No.
Look, I'm a knight of humble descent too. Neither Vanyek nor Bernard spared me much in the training arena, but now I know how to swing a sword without too many scratches and cuts. And since I don't see any on you either, I wonder why a cooper like you would own a sword.
For when Sigismund's army arrives.
That's what the local garrison is for.
The garrison can't stop that horde. Trust me. There's got to be someone here who'll at least try.
The garrison will stay at the fortress where you have to escape to. Nobody will hurt you there.
They'll come at night. And before anyone at the fortress finds out, the village will be on fire.
Well, I can hardly talk you out of that worry. When you went to Pechkau on business, did anything happen to you on the way? Did you get attacked?
I got away from them.
Well, there aren't any signs of a brawl on your body, but you look as if someone was choking you right now. I can see the veins on your neck pulsing.
Sigismund. He's the one who's got me by the throat.
What do you mean?
Soon he'll send his army here to crush us, just like in Opatowitz. When I saw what happened there, They didn't stand a chance.
Did they have a fortress in Apatovitz?
No.
But you do have one here.
That doesn't mean anything. They'll only lay siege for us longer, and we'll die slower.
I don't think I can convince you otherwise. I'll examine you. Just by eye. Pale skin. Dark circles under the eyes. A downcast expression on the face. I don't see any bruises. A few calluses and cuts on the hands. Nothing unusual for a craftsman after a hard day in the workshop.
I told you. I'm not in any pain. Just let me lie here.
Irritability. No foul odor. Bodily humours aren't leaking. And you aren't bleeding.
But I will, when Sigismund's horde gets here.
Why would Sigismund attack Suchtal?
He does as he pleases. You have no idea how many villages he's plundered already.
I reckon attacking a village protected by a fortress is the last thing Sigismund would want to do now.
The fortress is what's bothering him. That's why he'll destroy it. And us with it.
I don't know about that. How's your appetite lately? I see you haven't touched the food, but the wine, on the other hand...
I'm hungry. Aye. But I've got no appetite. My stomach is clenching. I can hardly get a bite in before I start heaving. Wine at least helps me fall asleep and forget all the grief I'm giving bladder.
I can't help you with that. All I need is a sip of ale, and I can feel the devil in me. What am I going to do with you, Peter? Your body is healthy, but your soul isn't. A deep melancholy has taken hold of you. Sigismund's army is the cause. A lot of ordinary folk are frightened and anxious because of the soldiers. But you're completely petrified.
You don't have to remind me.
What am I going to do with you? The chamomile decoction will help calm your mind, and a bag of dried chamomile surely won't go to waste either. You'll also definitely need to adjust your diet. I'll help you with that. And last but not least, some words of encouragement wouldn't be amiss. I'll get things ready and come back to you soon. Peter, let's talk about how we can help you. I have some suggestions for treatment.
I'm listening.
You should drink the chamomile decoction. If you wait a while, I'll get some for you. I'd like to give you some dried chamomile. I'll try to get some. Wait a moment.
Silly doggy.
Pissing down again. Tell me then, what did he give you for it?
Sure, I tell you, and you dob me in.
Are you crazy? Why would I dob you in?
Look, just drop it, will you? Gossiping about it won't do anyone any good.
You think I'll blurt it out to the first person I meet?
No, I just want to be sure no one finds out.
Greetings. You're always welcome here, noble. He's always threatening to leave everything to the church if I don't go and see him.
Aye. Once old folks start getting soft in the head.
God, why?
Welcome, sir. What can I do for you?
What's going on around here?
Nothing much, fortunately. And thank God and St. John the Baptist for that. We've suffered enough in this war.
I need to stock up on supplies. Where would I find some merchants?
Well, lad, there's nothing but farmers here. Merchants only stop by once in a while. You have to go somewhere else to trade. But if you want to buy food, I'm at your service. Or you can go and see young Holba, who lives in the village green and grows fruit and vegetables. Oh, and if you need to repair something, there is a smithy right across from him.
I need new clothes and shoes. Do you know of anyone?
The nearest tailor can be found in Miskovitz. That's the village through the forest here, halfway to Kuttenberg. And for new shoes, it's always best to go to the city.
That local blacksmith probably doesn't make armor, does he?
Nah, he certainly doesn't. He can fix pretty much anything, but otherwise he only makes tools and horseshoes. On the contrary, you can find the best smithies in the city. They flutter around the mines like flies on shit.
Where can I find a horse trader here?
Unfortunately, here in the village they only raise horses for the harness. But Hannah in Grund has nice riding horses. It's best if you go on the main road to Miskovitz, and then north through Horsham. You can't miss it. There are all these old mine shafts all over the place.
Where can I find a miller?
Not here. But down in Verklitz there are a few mills. Farmers from all over the area bring their grain there. It's quite a long way. You have to go through Bisoka and then Mesolas, which was recently burned down by Sigismund's wicked men.
Can I spend the night here?
We're not set up for that here.
I'll pay you well if you let me spend the night here every now and then.
But all I have is an old straw mattress, sir.
That's enough for me, and I'll pay you well. Let's agree on a price.
Thanks. It was my pleasure to help you, sir.
Where can I spend the night?
There's a room you can use back behind the tavern, next to the chicken coop. Be with you. I'll be with you, sir.
You dare piss on something. Call that. God bless.
Greetings. What do you want?
Show me your wares. I'd like to do something about that price.
Very well.
Aye, that sum will convince me. I'm glad you found what you needed, sir. You rude little beast. Get out! That's more like it, you troublemaker.
king would that be?
White, yellow, and red.
You didn't hear
The
it from
best on the market.
Look, I just got back from gathering wood in the forest. You know, by the spring where deer and boar go to drink. I reckon
The other day and gathering the hay.
Aye. When I'm old and infirm, folks will come to me for the weather forecast.
I'm sorry.
Did you get that new Ben?
Phew, it's just... See you soon, my friend.
I made it myself.
You? Don't lie. Where would you have learnt how to do that?
You think it's hard? Planning a few planks of wood and nailing them together. Get hold of some wood and come over. I'll be happy to help you.
You think you could manage some kind of ornament?
Now just
I always fancied those chairs with hearts carved out of them.
Doggy. Christ. Are you sure you don't want me to fit out your entire half room? Give people an inch and they'll take a mile.
Certainly. Have no fear.
Good doggy. Good boy. God bless.
Greetings to you two.
What's going on around here?
Nothing much, for we've suffered enough. Farewell, sir.
Christ, what's the hold up?
And what can I get for you?
Just imagine. The other day, I was standing in the yard when I saw this cloud in the sky.
So what?
The cloud looked just like you.
I reckon it must have been a storm cloud then.
Huh? No, just an ordinary white cloud. But it had everything.
A fine day for some fine wares.
My respects.
My respects.
Pears! Delicious pears! Juicy pears!
Aye.
And nor
round
should you.
about in the monastery, shagging the nuns while we suffer.
That's impossible.
Vegetables! Horseradish here! Delicious horseradish!
Peter, it's me again. I want to discuss your treatment. You should drink the chamomile decoction.
Great. Another potion.
You can drink it before bed, of course. That's what it's for. But let me give you a word of advice. As soon as you feel melancholia taking hold of you again, take a sip. Or even just smell it. That'll be enough to put your mind at ease. You'll see. And suddenly you'll realize it's not so hard to return to your work.
Well, I suppose there's no harm in trying.
I'd like to give you some dried chamomile.
But you already gave me the decoction. How much chamomile do I have to stuff myself with?
Don't eat the dried chamomile. Put it under your pillow, or add it to your soap. Sometimes the most complicated things really are that simple.
Well, chamomile certainly smells better than that mugwort stuff. Thank you.
You need to start eating again, even if you don't have an appetite. This will ensure the right temperature in your body.
Temperature?
Yes. For example, dry and hot pepper goes well with beef. It balances its coldness and moisture.
As if Mlada didn't have enough on her plate. Now she'd be out looking for pepper too.
Electuaria from ginger or coriander are also suitable for...
Do you know what you're talking about? Or are you just repeating something you heard?
Well, just eat right. As Hildegard of Bingham would have wanted.
Yeah, right.
Listen, Peter. I know you're worried about the army that's camped nearby. That's why I'd like to tell you something. Being afraid is only natural. But tell me, why are you afraid? You worried about Mlada, the farm, Zuchtal?
Aye.
Well, that doesn't make you a coward. It means you care about your loved ones. Take that fear and turn it into vigilance. With it, you'll always be one step ahead. I can see you're an observant person. Sensitive to what's going on right now.
Observant? If only I knew what to do with it.
How about this? Take your valuables and bury them in a safe place. If the army attacks and burns down your cottage, you'll build a new one.
But they'll kill us. So what good will it do me?
Just listen. Have the others in the village do the same. If they have cattle, they should try to drive them off before the attack starts. If they don't manage in time, no matter. Cows have legs too. They can take care of themselves. Always keep a horse ready. And if the attack begins, ride with Mlada to the fortress.
But what about the others in the village?
Well, they've still got you. Peter, the watchful Cooper. You'll hardly be able to notice the soldiers approaching if you're stuck here in bed, but when you get back to work, you'll see what's going on. And remember, you and Mlada aren't alone in this.
When you say it like that, it doesn't seem so hopeless. I should take better care of our village.
Then Sigismund can burn all the houses to the ground, but he'll never break the spirit of Suchdol. A bit of prayer won't hurt. Lord, have mercy on Peter here, and lift from him the weight of his affliction. For you have laid upon him this affliction to try him. And you see that Peter, O Lord, endures your trial patiently and without contradiction. Unless you, O Lord, relieve Peter of his illness, no physician in the world can. I beg of you, O Lord, heal his soul and let his body once again find its lost balance. Amen.
Amen.
I didn't want to leave anything to chance, so I cast a spell here.
What kind of spell?
I buried protective relics here on your property.
Where did you bury them?
I can't tell you that, naturally. If I told you, they'd lose their protective powers.
And what did you bury?
A battle axe. It belonged to a warrior who fought at Nicopolis. He's a priest now. He fought with Sigismund there.
One of Sigismund's soldiers? Then you've cursed us, not protected us.
On the contrary, the axe knows Sigismund's tactical weaknesses. That's why I chose it. I also added a monk's bone.
What monk?
One from Sassau. He performed great miracles there, helping refugees from the war and aiding the construction of the monastery. It's no chicken bone from a charlatan. And finally, I buried some eggs.
Eggs?
Seeds of life. If the army really does attack, these three things will protect you. They will weaken the soldiers, help you escape, and when you return to the village after the siege, life will blossom here again.
I thank you very much.
Well then, I've done everything I can. Things will get better, Peter. You'll see. Anyway, I'll come back to see you in a few days.
I can't go on.
That wasn't really a spell, but just misleading hope.
I examined Peter, found out what I could, and tried to cure him. I'll come back to see you in a few days. Until then, it's hard to say how things will turn out.
Thank you. I'll pray for you and for Peter's recovery.
Besides praying, you can brew up some of the chamomile decoction. It's made of wine, chamomile, and sage. You boil the ingredients briefly, then strain. It's not difficult. And even if you don't do it exactly right, it'll still help Peter.
I'll learn how to do it. Thank you very much, Henry. I hope things turn out all right. See you later, my friend.
The honest will be reformed. The criminals... You silly doggy.
What brings you here?
was a bow to you, for God's sake? What a waste of money. Didn't you hear that the king himself announced to everyone who would have a which king would that be? Well, when the king commands, his subjects have to obey, don't they? You didn't hear it from the trader who sold you the bow. I think that it was him who told me.
I'll drop by and visit her sometime.
Feel free. You're no longer immortal danger.
I heard they're going to track down the old oak.
Not your day, eh?
Yeah.
How's it going? I expect that's not very comfortable on your back.
Fuck my back. I can hardly feel it anymore. But recently, some joker passed by and put a dead fish in my breeches.
What did he do?
Nothing.
Really?
Were you expecting a different answer?
What if I freed you?
I'd scarper, obviously, so you don't end up here too.
Not your day, eh?
Yeah. So you don't end up here too.
ship.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends. Freedom!
What kind of idea is that, to go strolling about?
Never mind. That's all never something.
What? What happened here? What's going on here?
What awful weather.
How is Peter doing?
Henry, you won't believe it. It worked. Peter got up in the morning. You could see that he was struggling, but then something in him snapped into place and he just went to work. I can tell he's still fighting something inside his head. He'll stop for a moment, take a deep breath, then continue working. I reckon he wants to discuss something with the others in the village, but I don't know if he has the strength for it now. But regardless, it went away as quickly as it came. I can't thank you enough.
Just keep giving him hope, so that he doesn't fall back into gloom.
I will. You can count on it.
I'm glad I could help. But don't forget our deal. The Thunderstone is mine now.
But the stone helped, Peter. We need it, and I'll never be able to afford another one. It'll protect our homestead. And what if Peter's illness returns? Then I'll need the stone again.
The stone has great power, but it's used up all the strength it had for you. Now it's time for it to help others.
You're right. Here, it's rightfully yours. It's hard to give it up, knowing how much I spent on it. That's why I can't give you anything else as a reward right now. But believe me, I'll spread the word of how you helped us around the village.
Thank you. That's good enough for me.
Farewell.
Go, quick! Go! Quick! God! Go! Whoa!
Why do you keep repeating that? Oh, it's not bad.
Why don't we
God!
go and enlist right away?
Go! God! Go! God!
How can I help you, sir?
What's going on around here?
It's a pity you weren't here earlier. There was a fight.
Some drunks had a fight.
No, that's just the point. A bunch of brutes laid into a lad. I think they were after him. If I hadn't called the bailiff, he could have ended up a lot worse.
And who was the lad?
A hired hand from Visoka, a village up the hill. I think his name is Pavel.
And you don't know why they beat him up?
You'll have to ask him yourself. He wouldn't tell me anything. He acted like nothing had happened.
Thanks. Anything else?
There are also bands of vagrants wandering around here, so something will definitely happen sooner or later.
Right here?
Not yet, but people are already afraid to stick their noses out at night, especially after that fight with those blokes from Prague.
What happened?
They were acting like they owned the place, drinking and eating like pigs. Our lads told them politely to take a walk, and they did too, but not before beating our lads up like dogs. And what did the bailiff do? Not a thing. He's an old yellow belly. So now the lads are practicing fighting with their bare hands, so it won't happen again. All in secret, of course. And we're still getting robbed by that customs collector fella. The bailiff is looking for someone to get rid of this mangy bandit, but so far, to no avail, even though there's a bounty on his head. Here and in Suchtal, by Frenzel. And that's about it.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper. Can I spend the night here? I'll pay you well if you let me spend the night here every now and then.
But all I have is an old straw mattress, sir.
That's enough for me, and I'll pay you well. Let's agree on a price. Is this enough?
Look, offer a bit more and we can make a deal. Thanks. It was my pleasure to help you, sir.
Where can I spend the night?
Behind the tavern. There's a shed next to the barn. You can sleep there.
The bailiff doesn't know anything about the fights.
He suspects something. That's why he often sits in here and listens to all that's going on.
Could I take part in these fights too?
But of course. My son runs them. He's the strongest one here and he loves to brag about it. I can't listen to it anymore. If you beat that lout, I'll give you something on the tavern's tab. What do you say?
Why not try it? I'm in. We can start right away.
Shh! The bailiff is sitting over there listening to everything. When he's gone, you can fight all you want.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Greetings.
God be with you, neighbor.
Good day.
I heard there's a bounty on that bandit, the collector.
Not so much on him. More like the book that he stole recently. They say it was a rare manuscript for Sedlet's monastery, which is willing to pay handsomely for it. Why do you ask?
I've already had the honor with him.
And would you help me with him? You just have to catch him and bring me that blasted book.
He's already taken care of.
Seriously? Huh, my goodness. And do you have the book?
I do. Here it is, bailiff.
Lad, you have no idea how happy you just made me. And that deserves a handsome reward. Here's what the monastery promised for the collector. And a little something extra from me.
Thanks, bailiff.
Christ, what's the hold-up? What can I do for you?
Tell me, where can I find the rest of the fighters?
Shh! The bailiff is sitting over there listening to everything. When he's gone, you can fight all you want.
Look, I just got back from gathering wood in the forest, you know. By the
Are you the bailiff?
Aye, that's me.
I reckon luck was on my side because I managed to bring back a lot more wood than one person might need, if you catch my drift.
Ah, I see. As it happens, I'm nearly all out of wood. How about I stop by your place?
Ah, that's why I'm telling you. It has to be burnt quick, or it will rot.
You're right, neighbor. That would be a waste of good wood. You really were bloody lucky not to meet any soldiers in that part.
Your apothecary's been poisoned.
I heard they
He's
gather
writhing on the
wood
ground,
there
puking his guts out and calling on all the saints.
What are you blathering about? We don't have any apothecary here.
Or was it the baker?
Go and yank someone else's pizzle.
A bailiff who sits in the tavern in broad daylight. Aren't you worried how folk might look on that?
I don't come here to drink, but to listen.
You mean spying?
You can learn things from gossip you'd have trouble finding out otherwise. Saves me work.
Well, as usual.
The Lord be with you. Look, quality
merchandise. We're open. Fresh goods.
Greetings.
Here are those horseshoes. 2 sets, just as we agreed.
Let's see them then. These will do just fine. Such a young, hard-working, talented fella you are. Too bad I'm not a few years younger.
You mentioned something about payment?
Here you go. You won't buy a castle for it, but good work calls for good pay. Now, someone just needs to bring the horseshoes to Victoria. Would you do that for me? This backache of mine.
Fine. Which house does she live in?
It's not far at all. Just cross the stream and you're there. See you later, my friend.
come and take a look. Quality good.
A wonderful day for a wonderful place.
Victoria, I bought you horseshoes from Martha. Victoria? Do you hear? Christ, so much blood. What happened here? I have to tell Martha.
God be with you. Keep the peace and we'll stay friends.
God be with you. How's the watch going? I brought Victoria those horseshoes, and I think something's happened to her.
What? What do you mean?
The house was empty, and in the hearth room next to the bed, I found a puddle of blood. It hadn't even dried yet.
Jesus Christ! What if she's been... No!
Well, it might not be too late. Do you have any idea where she could be?
I don't know. Really? Oh, how horrible!
Did Victoria have problems with anyone from the village? Did anyone want to hurt her?
No, definitely not. Good God, she was... I mean, she is a good girl. Although...
Can you think of anyone?
Sometimes there's talk about how she lives alone and how she makes her living.
Who's bothered by her living alone? Whose business is that?
Things are a little different, you see. She lost her husband some time ago. A young widow, actually. A pretty young widow. Naturally, a few fellas were fawning over her. There was one in particular, but he got the boot, just like all the others. But he'd never hurt her. He might be a loudmouth, but he's harmless.
Who's this mystery man, then?
I won't say. If word got out that I accused someone, we might as well just close up shop here.
But I'm not about to go blabbing about it in the tavern. I just need to know where to start looking for Victoria.
Fine. But you didn't hear this from me. Farmer Kuba was pretty keen on her. And he wasn't going to give up easy. Last time, he tried to flatter her by giving her a headscarf. But Victoria knew it had belonged to his dead wife. So she told him to sod off. The whole village was laughing at him. He's a bitter old man. But would he hurt her? I don't think so.
Huh? Jealousy's a powerful thing, though.
Well, that's true, too. So go and ask him yourself. He lives with his children and his housekeeper in that big house behind the smithy. He's always wearing a bright red coat and a hat with a feather in it. You're certain not to miss him, but not a peep about what I told you.
Don't worry. I'll take that secret to the grave. Is there anything else you can think of before I go?
Victoria would bring our goods to the camp on the hill. They might remember her and maybe have an idea where she is.
No, that's not what I meant.
I know exactly what
Well,
you meant.
you want another?
You'll get your money back, don't worry.
All right. Just don't take it the wrong way. I'll give you another week.
Lord be with you.
You're Cuba, the farmer, right?
Aye, I am. What do you want?
I'm looking for Victoria, and I thought you might know where to find her.
Why should I, of all people, know?
Victoria's not at home or anywhere else in the village. She's vanished.
A pity.
Would you happen to know anything about that?
Huh. Maybe she moved to the camp on the hill for good. She was hanging around with them soldiers. Maybe she's doing it with them human bastards too. So they decided to keep her up there.
You can't be serious. She could be injured somewhere, or even worse. And you're glad?
What goes around comes around. I have a clean conscience. To hell with that silly goose.
Someone ought to teach you manners.
You'll regret that. You're mine. I yield! Mercy! What the fuck do you want?
Next time you'll think twice about using such nasty language.
Yeah, just leave me alone. And I really don't know anything about Victoria. Maybe she just decided village life wasn't for her, so she took off with her soldier.
What soldier? You telling me this now?
I heard someone came across her up there in the forest while she was having a rendezvous with some fella from the camp. But I really don't know anything else.
All right. I'll ask in the camp then. Have you heard about that secret fight club?
Perhaps you should tell me what you know about it. And fast.
Well, I can find out more, but I'll need a bit of help.
How?
You'll have to leave for a while. The innkeeper knows something, but he won't tell me as long as you're sitting here.
Well, I suppose I could leave for a moment. But hurry up. I've ordered another round, and I don't want it to get warm.
Yeah, same to you.
He seems to be bugged at the moment, so let's move on.
Quick! Gah! Quick!
quick!
Whoa! Quick! Go! Quick!
You again? Come here. You again? Didn't I tell you to get lost if you didn't want your ass kicked?
The Miskovitz blacksmith sent me with some horseshoes. He said they'd come in handy in the camp.
All right, you can go in, but no messing about.
Excuse me.
Okay, this is where I'll be ending the stream. I would thank everyone for stopping by saying hi or just to chill and lurk. Thank you, and goodbye.